All right, folks, Yishai Fleischer here in Washington, D.C., and I'm here on a trip with Minister Ben-Gvir, and so we are a diplomatic mission to D.C. to connect with congressmen and to learn about how America does governance and to talk about international affairs and how to stop the global jihad. The problem is that, you see I'm wearing a suit and tie. I'll fix this a little bit later, but there are other people who put on suits and ties, but they're not legitimate representatives of governments. I'm talking about the PA, the Palestinian Authority. The thing about the PA is that they're a totally fake government. They're not elected, haven't been elected in a long time, elected like 20 years ago, right? And they're still serving out those terms because they're actually a bunch of thieves, bullies, and thugs who suppress their own people. Ask the so-called Palestinian people, the Arabs that live in Judea and Samaria and in Gaza, if the PA represents them. They'll tell you all the time they are corrupt, they're thieves, they're jihadists, they're murderers, they're a thuggish gang. We all know that they actually pay money to the terrorists of the October 7th massacre. So they are actually the funders of Hamas. So they may have a suit and tie face, but they're actually Hamas. I always call them the flip side of the same coin. They have this little game. One of them is like jihadi, and they're like, Allahu Akbar, we gotta kill. And then they put on the suit and tie, and they come to Western countries, and they're like, we are trying to give liberty to the Palestinian people, okay? And that's exactly what's happening right now when folks from the PA, so-called diplomats of the so-called Palestinian Authority, are heading out to England, and England's like, we are welcoming a delegation. We are welcoming a delegation of PA leadership. Let's just be real. These people are not elected. These people are money thieves and money grubbers. The way that they work is, first they kill a lot of Jews October the 7th, then they're like, wow, that cost a lot of money. So now they're going to England. They're going to be like, hey, can you help us out? Can you actually help pay for our salaries because we represent governance and security? But we all know that they're actually terrorists. How do you know they're terrorists? Read their school books. They want to destroy the state of Israel. So the key here is not to fall for their legitimacy, not to fall for their suit and tie games. See them for what they are, is jihadists and thug gangs that want to suppress their own people, right? They torture people in their own jails all the time. Anybody who says anything positive about Israel, guess what? They go to torture chambers, okay? So we know what they do. We know that they pay for terror. We know that they pay to slay. And we know that when they run out of cash, they put on the suit and tie and roll out the dog and pony show of themselves being diplomats. I know that we can see through their games. It's time to see through the jihad's games. Let's push back on those leaders around the world who want to support the terrorists, want to fund them, want to make continuous, endless war in the Middle East. What we have to do is we got to fight the bad guys and stop funding them. And we got to stop believing they're fake ties. Underneath that tie is jihadism. And so therefore, let's open our eyes, see the bad guys for what they are. And jihadism, it covers up the light of Israel. The real light of Jerusalem wants to come out to the world and be a way for people around the world to connect to God, to come up to that holy city. It's not going to happen if jihadism rules. So let's push back on jihadism, stop funding them, stop believing their fraudulent ties and their fake appearance. They hate God, they hate good, and we love God and we love good, and you're a part of it wherever you are. Yishai Fleischer here in Washington saying you shalom on the way to the Holy Land. Blessings.